check this shit out. Not on the sofa. So guys, wanted to come with a very, very quick video. Going to keep this as short as possible. Excuse the weird green top. Literally just cycled back from the gym, safety first and whatnot. But I wanted to make a video about something that has been on my mind for a while now. You probably noticed it from previous Instagram posts that I've done. And really, I don't know about you out there. Feel free to comment if you agree, disagree. But I just feel that fitness, social media, the industry as a whole is getting way too overly sexualized. Now, what I mean by that is, unfortunately, it's becoming predominant amongst the female athletes and female influencers of the industry now. For anyone that's jumping on the hate bandwagon, I am very much in the group of people that believe that if you work hard for something, you should feel confident enough to flaunt it. You know, if you've got it, flaunt it, sort of thing. You know, if you work hard for a physique or a body, you should be able to confidently wear what you want and, you know, kind of present your hard work on your social media channels and things like that. But I personally think there is a way to do it, which involves modesty and kind of tastefulness, which is something that I personally think is kind of disappearing from the industry. If you look at kind of how female athletes presented their physiques in like the 80s and 90s, I'll insert some images somewhere around here, you can see that they are showing their physiques. You know, there's a bit of sexiness to it, but it's done in a tasteful, modest way, where when you look at it, you think fitness. Whereas nowadays, you look at a lot of the social media influencers and a lot of the people in the industry, a lot of the girls on the booth and things like that. And, you know, if you took someone who knew nothing about fitness and you showed them those kind of the way they're presenting themselves, you wouldn't necessarily jump to fitness as being the first thing that you thought they were advertising. And as you know, there's two things that will always sell. That's sex and fear. Now, the fitness industry has got a hook on fear, fear of not being jacked, fear of not being shredded, fear of not being healthy. We've got a hook on that one. Now the industry seems to want to hook on sex. And it just seems that nowadays a lot of the, you know, kind of big names in social media, as a cat, a lot of the big names in social media are kind of gravitating towards sex appeal, you know, where very much the emphasis on a lot of the posts and things aren't so much on the hard work of their physique. It can be things like really things that aren't achieved in the gym, boobs. You see a lot of, you know, influencers nowadays going on about cosmetic procedures that they are going out to get, which personally I think is hypocritical, because the idea of fitness is being proud of a body you can achieve naturally. But you kind of, I find it slightly hypocritical when you have people who built their channel on fitness and being body confident, then going out and promoting lip fillers, eye fillers, boob jobs, this, that, and the other. Now, don't get me wrong, if it makes you feel more confident, fantastic, but I personally don't think it should be promoted as something that's part of the industry, which unfortunately the industry is coming to a point where cosmetic procedures and the industry are one and the same. It's almost as if you need them to get by in the industry, because everyone now has these procedures. The big names in the industries now have these procedures. So I just personally think, guys, that the industry is losing its kind of tastefulness and losing its modesty. I do think, you know, that it's not necessary, because if you look at some of the, for me, two of the most, my two favourite female influencers in the industry are Dana Lynn Bailey and Meg Squats. Now, they're both awesome, great personality, put out fantastic content, but they don't sexualize themselves. They're good looking girls, they present their physiques, and they're entitled to wear what they want, but they don't do it in a sexual way, whereas a lot of people are sexualizing their social media and their channels and their content because naturally it will gain more likes, it will gain more followers, but it's kind of like, at what cost? Now, I do think that there is a way for you to present your physique in a sexy way, in a way that makes you feel confident and makes you feel empowered. I'm very much pro that. That's why I'm pro this industry, people presenting their physiques in a way that makes them feel confident and makes them feel empowered. But I think there's a line when you kind of cross it and you kind of, you go into the territory of losing the modesty and kind of losing the tastefulness, and whereas very much a lot of posts nowadays are all about the tits and the arse, you know what I mean? It's not so much about, look at, the physique I've achieved through hard work. It's very much about, look at these and, look at this sort of thing. And as much as, yeah, fair enough, glutes you can achieve in the gym. I just think, there's no difference between, there is a big difference, a slightly more tasteful, modest, in terms of ways you can present it rather than doing it in slightly more untasteful ways. I'll post a couple of examples of kind of what I mean, but I do think that the industry is creeping towards being overly sexualized. If I kind of look at, if I had a daughter, for example, that wanted to get into fitness and get into the industry, who would I kind of be cool with her aspiring to be and trying to be like? And unfortunately, there's not many, because a lot of people are gravitating towards that kind of over-sexualization. I think as well it's partly the company's faults, because I think they push their athletes to do that. But then at the same time, I think certain individuals do it for the likes and the follows and things like that as well. So, really there aren't many people that if I had a daughter, I would be like, yeah, I'm happy you kind of aspiring to be like them. Not saying that these people don't work hard and they don't bust their ass in the gym, it's just the way they present what they have. It can be in an overly sexual way, which I think the industry doesn't need. Dana Lynn Bailey, Meg Squats, two fantastic examples, got loads of followers, massive following, achieved a lot more than some in the industry, and they've never overly sexualized themselves. So guys, very quick video, just wanted to express this opinion, just wanted to see what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Something that I do feel about. So if you have any disagreements, agreements, pop me a comment below. I'm more than happy to start a conversation with you guys. But just wanted to make a video about this, something I've wanted to, and hopefully it'll open up a bit of dialogue. So thanks for listening, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.